So I've got an interesting question. When you do your social media, do you actually test the different platforms and how they perform as far as reaching your audience? And I ask this because I've only started really testing thoroughly recently, and what I've found is quite interesting. Because I've always loved Instagram. I quite enjoy using the platform, so I use it a lot more than I use other platforms. One which I've neglected a lot over the years is LinkedIn. Um, so I'm a little bit miffed because over the last couple of weeks I've been just trying to do exactly the same post on Instagram as I do on LinkedIn and see what the difference in results are. And I've done some videos and I've done some image posts and I've been quite startled by the result. And it made me think a little bit more about the amount of testing that I've done on my personal social media that I use for business, um, and where I can best use my time going forward. So I'll actually, in underneath this post, I'll put a bunch of links so you can see the different tests that I've done, and you can compare posts. And I just put some basic results down. But what I've found is, one case, LinkedIn has just smashed Instagram out of the ballpark, by a factor of 10. So exactly the same post. Both my audiences around the 1400, 1500 mark at the recording and the testing of these tests. But in one case, while the engagement looks better on Instagram, it doesn't seem to work that way when you actually look at the reach of your posts. One case, one of the images I did went to well over 2,000 people on LinkedIn compared to the 200 or so on Instagram. And I guess, and looking the way my membership runs too, Instagram seems to really fluctuate. You've got to work hard to create and maintain an audience, while LinkedIn, it's a lot more stable. And I think that's because you're a lot more defined with exactly who you target and who you connect with, and the relationships that you build a lot more, real life styles of relationships based on people rather than generating an audience based on hashtag and interest and that kind of thing. So I think my personal case, having done these tests, I need to spend a lot more time with LinkedIn and probably put less emphasis on Instagram, even though I do enjoy the platform. But yeah, so for you though, I really encourage that you spend a bit of time testing your different platforms just to see, how they do perform and how effective they are at getting your marketing messages out in your specific industry.